Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN. Today, we're going to be going over the community-submitted KvK group predictions for the G2 Kingdom Pool. It should be fun. It's pretty simple and straightforward, shockingly. A couple announcements to get away. Number one, we are going to be live streaming tomorrow on Friday, November 7th at, which I guess technically it'll still be the 6th, but it'll be at 22:30 to 22:45 UTC in-game time, or it'll be 5:30 to 5:45 p.m. Eastern time. That's when we're going to be going live. It's going to be somewhere within that 15-minute window. Scheduled live stream is already set up. It's going to be, I'm pretty excited for this, right? This is probably the last big Shibuya bang before we get into the Brink of War stages where we get to see who's going to actually get matched up against who. Number two is that I did confirm with Fuzzy and Ezio over at Hero Scrolls that we will be getting a fresh batch of data for tomorrow. So it'll be a fresh batch in-game on the 6th, but tomorrow obviously is going to be the 7th for me here probably in about a couple hours. So we'll have a fresh batch. We're going to be importing or plugging in the new data. And I have some, and I did reach out to Fuzzy and Ezio. They did the updates for me as well. So we're going to start getting merit data. We're going to start getting some updated power threshold data. And yeah, so I'm really excited for that going forward. Number three is that, like I said, this is community predictions because I did an announcement on my Discord where people could submit their predictions for up to the 14 groups. Everything was optional. So if they just wanted to do the top 1 group, if they wanted to do the top 3, top 5 groups, it was really kind of up to them. Now, the interesting part about this, simply put, is that everyone out of like the 50 or 60 people that voted, which again, I appreciate that, they voted pretty much top down, literally. So as an example, they predicted WBEIS and then obviously kind of working our way downwards, right? So let's start and we'll kind of go through each. I did a little bit of fine tuning here, but again, all of these will pretty much be updated for the 11/17 data. Right now it's using the 10/29 data. So it's about 8 days old. As of tomorrow, it'll be about 9 days old. So we'll have some updated information from 9 days or 9 days in as of tomorrow. So this is the first one, right? So community predicts, and that's why I put the C here on matchup predictions for C for community. They predict 221, 161, 394 going up against 211, 22, and 304. Now there's about a 236 million power diff here, 4.2% on PvP activity. We got two differential at 50 million merits plus, which is in favor of 211. For 100 plus, we got a 10 differential, so it's really close, honestly. Even at the 200, it's really close to as well. 250, obviously, those go a little bit more in favor of the 221. This is so interesting, hearing myself with my ears closed. Thank you, sweetie. And then we get to the next group, right? This is 286, 316, 115, and then they're going up against 259, 341, 255, right? This is what the community is saying that they're okay with. Isabella. And then we have 441 mil power diff, 1.18% PvP activity diff, 14 diff on Isabella, over here, please. 14 diff on the 100 mil plus. And then we got 4 here on the 200 mil plus. As we go up, it's 341. Let's leave that there. Thank you. 345, 47, 16 going up against 194, 380, 299. Oop, don't pull on that. Thank you. There's a 2.27 billion power diff, 0.22% for, where was I? For activity percentage, which is really close. That's good. We got a 3 differential on 100 mil plus, super close. And then 4 differential here on 200, but obviously going in favor here of the 194 team. Next group we got is going to be 30, 409, 462, 80, 324, 104. This is a 324 mil diff, 1.11% PvP activity. We got plus 27 at 100 mil plus, 15 at 200 mil plus. So that's a little steeper in that sense, obviously in favor of the 30 team. Then we get to 92, 167, 387. She loves to pick my hair. Thank you, sweetie. Hopefully you find something. What do they find those things on? Gorillas, I'm forgetting. Maybe that was just the Tarzan movie that I saw. Who knows what they did in real life? The grooming stuff. 145, 228, and 500. 313 mil power diff. So, I mean, really close. I mean, these actually aren't really too bad. 3.9% on PvP activity percentage, plus 44. 100 mil plus is in favor of the WAO team. We look at 200 mil, it's 9, so that's in favor as well of them. Then we go to the next group here, which is going to be 266, 64, 502, going up against 283, 297, 174, 135 mil. Power diff, very close. 0.74 PvP activity percentage diff, plus 5 at 100 mil plus, really close. Plus 5 at 200, even though that's double, obviously in favor there of the RAC team. Then we get to 403, 17, 191 versus 110, 452, 87. 33 million power diff. I mean, again, these are so close. 0.89% PvP activity, really close. 63, that's probably the widest margin we've seen so far at 100 mil plus. And again, that's in favor there of the ROG team. And then we get 200, which is plus 4 in favor of the ROG team there as well. Then we get 247, 36, 102 versus 144, 226, 193, 540 million, very close, 5.5% PvP activity. That's the widest margin so far at PvP activity percentage. Plus 69 for 100 mil plus. I think that's the new highest, right? So there's like 2 that are a little bit wider, at least not incredibly wide, right? But okay, right? This is in favor of the 144 team. At 200 mil plus, it's only a 1 differential, 7-6, right? So it's not that bad. 183, 305, 410. Versus 99, 197, 148. You're looking at 194 million power diff here. And then we get to 1.11% for PvP activity percentage. Then we're looking at 61 here for the 100 mil power diff. And then we look at 19 for 200 mil. That's obviously in favor of the BTX team. Then we get to MFD CFRA, 77, 82, 375 versus 554, 38, 229. 2.82 billion power diff. That's the widest so far, right? The first one over a bill, I think. Then we're at 2.62 PvP percentage difference. 40, 100 mil plus on the higher end. Okay, 5, more than double, almost 3 times at 200 mil plus. Again, those are in favor of the MFD team. Then we look at BNR SHPZ, 156, 302, 281 versus 49, 39, and 60. You're looking at 788 million. Again, very close. 1.75%, very close. 12 at 100 mil plus differential, very close. 200 is a little steeper, right? You're looking at like 3 times the amount. That's in favor of the NTS team. Then we get to 515, 362 versus 5, 118, 395. Again, a little bit wider power, right? It's not super bad. 2.43 billion power diff. 0.17 PvP activity percentage diff. That's phenomenal. Like, I think that's probably the closest so far. 6 at 100 mil plus diff, great. 11, I mean, yeah, okay, it's double. Obviously, that goes in favor of the OMG team. And then we get to the number 2 KvK. I think this is 225. 225, 4310 versus 60, 404, 359. 753 million. I mean, really close. 2.05%. It's not too bad. Obviously, it's closer with higher numbers versus rather than low numbers. 56, 100 mil plus differential goes in favor of the 25 IL team. At 200 mil plus, you're looking at, that's 4 times the amount technically. That's in favor of the Echo team. And the number 1 projected KvK is 249, 358, 539 versus 176, 444, and 363. So this is 1.9 build. It's under 2 build differential, 2.57%. I mean, that's still really close for the top 2 projected teams to group. 38, that's really close at 100 mil plus. Even at the 200 mil plus, only a 10 differential. Like, it's not too bad. Even if you look at 250 and 300, it's only a 2 differential, right? At least as of 8 days ago, it's not too bad, right? Again, maybe the community is onto something here. Maybe you guys are like, you know what? This doesn't look too bad on Boss's sheet for what he's showing. Let's just go with these matches. Or maybe they just said F it, and we're just going to go straight down the list because we don't care enough to look at the stats, and that's what they put in. But listen, regardless of which option it was, you could argue these matchups are not bad. Of course, I probably would want to take a little bit of a deeper look. I think the number 1 matchup is probably more or less a lock. I'd have to look at the number 3 and number 4 teams to like really see if there's anything there. I think where you can start getting into a little bit more of kind of like the micro tuning is kind of in the middle of the pool, like around the mid-level range of the teams that are all kind of around that low 50, high 40s. I think that's more of where you could potentially fine-tune some matchups. But on the very bottom end, and I think at the very top end, you're probably looking at like this, right? I think these top 2 groups are probably more, generally of a lock, right? Maybe 515 OMG, right? Maybe if you look at some of these, you might say something different. But again, I don't think this is I don't think this is like god awful by any means. I think most of these are actually really good matchups. However, I'd love to know what you guys think. Number 1, Did the community troll and just not care? Or did the community actually get it right? And number two, who do you think, what matchup here would you most be looking forward to? Or who do you just really want to see fight against each other? Regardless of how balanced or not it may be, because maybe it's more about pride. Maybe it's more about bragging rights. Maybe it's more about just shutting the other person up and sticking them in the ground 6 feet under. You know, of course, in a PG rated way. However, that is it for me. I would love to know what you guys think. You let me know in the comments below. That's going to do it. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later. Say bye.